Grand Rising, Grand Rising. This is Virginia to Life Wayne 69 coming to you from his backyard suburban food forest. This is Dragon Fruit Lane, and as you can see, I have lots of things growing in Dragon Fruit Lane. This is my tree nursery, my dragon fruit nursery, where I grow all my dragon fruit, and I also grow new fruit tree seeds out. As you can see, I have a lot of seeds, fruit trees, different varieties in there, incubating, hopefully ready to hatch. I got some new cashew treelings right there growing from seed, and these guys just hatched about a couple of weeks ago, and they are growing good. Those cashew trees are growing good. Actually, I can't believe how fast they're growing. And as you can see, I have plenty of pots. I'm a fan of using clay pots for my fruit trees, if you can get them. I only buy these clay pots, these large clay pots, if they're on sale, because they are expensive. And I'm a firm believer that clay pots are the best thing to grow in for fruit trees, because clay pots, they breathe. They breathe. When it's hot, they retain moisture. When it's very humid, they release the moisture. And as you can see, here's my beautiful assortment of the different varieties of dragon fruit. I even have a bonsai dragon fruit that I made. Isn't that cool? I think I have about 10 varieties right now of dragon fruit growing in my Dragon Fruit Lane in this section of my suburban food forest. But what I'm going to talk about today is I want to talk about solar. Let's talk about solar. And as you can see, I have this. This is a 100-watt Renogy panel, a small panel, and that's an energizer. That's an energizer, a 300-watt energizer generator, and that's another 300-watt. I think that's called a flash fish generator, and they're hooked up to some storage batteries to fill up. And I am a firm believer of solar, and as I go through this journey with solar, I'm learning a lot. The first thing I'm learning is that with the technology of solar moving so fast, I'm probably not going to buy any more small generators. You know, if there's somebody out there who wants to give some to me, manufacturers for me to test, I'll take them and I'll test them out with no problem at all. So you're welcome to all the manufacturers out there. You're welcome to send your generators to me for testing. But I'm going large. So I've already, if you look back in my past videos, you can see I've already bought a grow watt inverter. I bought a grow watt inverter from Sinister Solar, 48 volt grow watt inverter, and I'm also in the process of getting some batteries, EG4 batteries from Signature Solar, 5.12 kilowatt hours batteries, and I'm going to build my own system using those big batteries for storage. And what I also want to talk about, I want to talk about panels. When I was first new to this and green, very green, I'm still somewhat green, I'll admit, but I know a lot more than I know before, is that I was going out and buying these panels. I was buying these panels online. I bought a few from Harbor Freight. And until I learned from Novice people who've been doing solar for years, I learned and watched their channels and what they were doing. I talked to them. They don't buy new panels, people. They don't buy new panels. They buy aftermarket verified panels. And most of them buy them from, a lot of them buy them from Santan Solar. And that's where I went. I end up buying, I believe I have 5 240 watt panels from Santan Solar, 240 watt aftermarket panels. Santan Solar texture panels, they're tested, and I've saved so much money by buying aftermarket panels from Santan Solar that generate more power than these small 100-watt panels. You can get 2 to 3 200-watt and above panels from Santan Solar for the price of basically one 100-watt new panel. Think about that. And you got to realize panels are not like you're buying them used. Solar panels don't have any moving parts, people. So it takes years and years and many years for them to stop to lose all their power and generating electricity. So you don't have to worry about that. And my thing is, it makes more sense to spend your money on the batteries than wasting money buying new panels. It's just a no-brainer to me. Why would I waste all that money buying new panels when the panels will work for used panels work just as good as new panels, and they'll work for many years, if you see what I'm getting at. And I'm learning a lot from people who have been doing this for many years. They don't waste money on new panels. They buy aftermarket panels that work just as good for 1/3 the cost, sometimes cheaper than that. So I'm going to order some more panels from Santan Solar. The 250 watt, 300. Actually, I'm going to be ordering 300 and above watt panels from Santan Solar because what I'm going to be doing here, like I said before, I'm getting my batteries from Sinister Solar to store all that power, and I'm going to be building. And I'm in the process now of building my own system. If you go back and look at some older videos of mine, you can see the row-watt inverter I bought. I plan on buying another inverter and so forth, and building my own system so my home can be off-grid. I'm not going to say off-grid because I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I'm not tying my system into the grid. I don't want to do that. That defeats the purpose for me. I want to build a system to it's big enough to power my home and have a switch to where I can go off grid with my own DIY system if need be. So that's what I'm going to be doing. So I'm just letting you folks know, you don't have to go out and pay a lot of money for these panels. Spend your money on your batteries, on your inverters, on your other equipment that's more expensive and more needed to build your own DIY system. Buy your panels. I mean, if you want to go out and buy new panels, that's fine. But most of us, like me myself, I'm not rich. I'm not rich at all, and I'm on a budget. So I like to spend my money on this solar journey where it's more important, and that's not on panels. So for me, it's worked out better for me to buy aftermarket used panels from Santan Solar. They've saved me a whole lot of money, and then take that other money that I've saved to buy batteries, inverters, and all the other parts it takes to build my own system. So, so I'm seeing, a lot of people, and I'm nothing against other YouTubers, but I'm going to say this, there's a lot of YouTubers are into making money advertising other companies' products on their pages. That's how they're getting paid, by advertising, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that at all. I want to first say that and put that disclaimer in there. There's nothing wrong with that. But I'm here to give you some information. I'm not trying to sell anything. I'm trying to save you some money, and money is tough to come by right now in these hard economic times. We are in a recession, people. Don't listen to these people on the news telling you that, oh, we're going into a recession. We are already in a recession. You have to be a fool to not know this. Interest rates are being raised every 2 to 3 months by the Fed to try to slow down this out of control inflation train. Uh, we're in a recession. We're heading for a depression. I'm just gonna be honest with you. And I'm trying to prepare as much as possible by growing some of my own food, being more self-sustainable, and you know, if the Most High blesses me, I'll be having some acreage here soon, in the next year or so, here outside of Houston, north of Houston. I'm going to keep this home. I'm not selling this home. I'll keep it, and I'll have my other acres to go to, and then I can really do what I really want to do here. And but you can do a lot. You can do a lot in your backyard, as you can see. I've done a lot, but I want my own acreage. I don't want a whole lot of land. You know, I'm looking at between 2 and 5 acres. It's more than enough for me to do what I want to do. So, unrestricted land. And I don't plan on building another house on that big house on that land. That's my goal is, as I get older, is to go smaller. This house right here is too big for me. This is a 3-bedroom house, 2.5 bath, and this house is too big for me because it's just me, and I have a 10.5-year-old daughter. She lives in another state, but you know, she comes down here and visits me back and forth. So as I get older, you know, I want to get smaller, tiny. You know, I don't need a lot of space. As a veteran who lived, as a Navy veteran who lived aboard ships for many years, as anybody knows who's ever been in the Navy, you know, I can live anywhere. I can live in a small space. I had to do it for years on naval ships. So, like I was saying before, I don't want to get off track here, is that don't get bamboozled into thinking you have to buy new solar panels, because you don't, people. You can buy used, verified panels at a very cheap price for a whole lot more wattage. And you can go to Santan Solar. That's where I go. There's other people who sell these panels. But it's all about saving money to me. It's all about the buck. And if you can save money and get more for your money, you know, versus going and buying one 100-watt panel for $100 and above, when you can probably get 2 or 3 240-watt panels for the same price. Think about that. Get 240-watt panels, 3 240-watt panels for the price of one new 100-watt solar panel. It's a no-brainer. And I'm going to be drinking some of my tea out here. It's my morning ritual, drinking some of my tea. I don't have to water anything today because we got a real nice storm that came in. If you look at my previous post the other day, so everything's watered. So I'll probably have to water again tomorrow. But I'm going to sit out here and listen to nature, drink my teas, and start my day. This is Regenerative Life Wayne 69. Please subscribe to my channel. Please share. Hit the like button. And I'm here to share information. If I can help anybody like I've been helped, I'll do that. Pass on information how to save money when you're buying stuff. You don't have to buy new panels, y'all. Spend the money somewhere else.